I'll set it up right now. We want to do some round 5 practice for the Kilpede Open. Settings for round 5. We're doing World Conquest map. Casual private. World Conquest map. World Domination. Blizzard is on. Fog is on. Portals are off. So, folks, if you want to practice with me, all are welcome. But do turn off the stream so you can't see, which will spoil the practice for the fog. Not only for you, but for everyone else who's playing. Auto progressive, 60 expert alliances off. Automated bot balance splits dice. Ladies and gentlemen, please come join me for practice. And I'll be right back after I get a beverage. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Playing some R5 practice against, starting in no particular order, myself is red. The old Peteman, 69 hours on this account. 5,927 games, most of them played by the furry schmopopish man right here. 2,199 to 720. Hi. Playing against Dayton 360, playing as purple from the United States of America. Dayton has 244 hours, gone 67 and 224. Playing against Ignatz McGlory, also from USA, playing as white. I think I know who this is. And I think I saw them have a very rough Kilpede round 3. 412 hours, 392 and 248. Playing as magenta, we have Captain Taint Tickler from my home and native land of Canada. 147 hours, gone 59 and 70. Playing as black, we have JJ Brach, flying the flag of Portugal. JJ is a Twitch streamer, if you don't know, and he's on YouTube. He's also a friend of mine. 1,775 hours, almost 5,000 games, 1,398 to 406. And finally, playing as yellow, we have Carpathia 512 from Australia. 297 hours, gone 136 and 223. Folks, please ready up. But if you are going to play, do not watch. Don't forget to ready, folks. Don't forget to ready. That's Australian national champion Carpathia. Right on. Is this World Cup? Good for you. Good for you. All right. No peeking, folks. Let's get a real practice in. Yeah, I'm just going to focus mostly on the game. Mostly on what I see. Okay, the blizzards do change up the pathing on this map somewhat. Hi, Reg. What's up? Car. Car. Oh. Hi. We're going to try this. Get out of here. Get out of here with that shit. Inciting war. The incitement. Can you show bonuses, Mr. Peachman? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. So here's how the bonuses work on World Conquest. It's a modified version of Classic. North America is the same, and Europe are the same as +5, except Europe has an additional territory, as does North America. Asia is exactly the same as Classic. Africa is exactly the same as Classic. South America is now a +3 with an additional territory of the Falkland Islands, and Oceania is a +4 with the additional territory of New Zealand and Philippines. So Oceania is a 6 for 4. South America is with this blizzard, is a 4 for 3. North America has added in Hawaii. And Europe has added in, what, Svalbard? Svalbard. Oh. And Mr. Schmopus Man would like to tell you what he thinks. Oh, man. What a game, folks. What a game. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dr. Reginald Gigerschmidt. His name is my name, too. You need to buff those stacks quick. Yes, they are buffed. Feeling buff. The biff stiff. Changes his risky move. Lol. Oh no, he's threatening Carpathia. I see what's going on. Risk taking? Ersk tacking? Do you like progressive or fixed more? I probably still like progressive more, but I like most modes for what they're good at. Right? I enjoy the fun parts of the game. When I try to roll Reggie like his dice, he just claws the shit out of me. Oh, it's roller skating. Ah, nice. I can dig that. Do I need an exterior to survive? It depends on who sees it and how many exteriors they think I have. Everyone's in there. A whole lot of fun. Baby Trooper. Hello, Mr. Pete. I just won a 5-player Europe game and I played it super well. Super rewarding win. I thought you would be happy to know your teachings translate. Of course I'd be happy. Of course I'd be happy. It means a lot to me that you guys find value in my work. It's an interesting turn of events, this game. What's up, Perusa? How you doing? Mr. Sprunk says, said it before and I'll say it again, I appreciate your shit, man. Back at you, Mr. Sprunk. Glad you enjoy the work. It feels great to be able to think about my moves and learn from your play. Yeah. Yeah. Damn, 2 positions. Yeah, I'm not really worried about maintaining the position. Chris, we'll see if I'm incorrect. We'll see how this cookie crumbles. You're so good, I've learned so much. Well, I take the compliment well. I have a lot to learn myself still. Hi. What's up, bud? What's up, Mr. Schmopus, man? Chris says, I don't know, I find Prog on rank is who gets the second, is set in the second trades, doesn't screw the kill. Yep. Not super interesting to you anymore? You've moved on. This is Play with Friends. Yeah, this is round 5 KPO settings. The app I use to draw on the screen is called the Screen Marker and Recorder app. Me and Reggie, no. Yeah, you're done with ranked? I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you at all. I missed this question from Machine Green, so I'll answer it now. Pete, you're killing it. Love your content, and you inspired me to start playing Risk again. What is the one thing that keeps you motivated from your day-to-day as a concept of person, etc.? The way I think about motivation is often based on an opportunity cost idea. Right? I'm running out of time in my life, so if I'm ever going to be the man I aspire to be, if I'm ever going to do the things that I want, have the things that I want, I'm going to have to create them. And I'm running out of time to do that, right? We're all dying slowly. So it's not like a depressing, morbid thought. It just happens to be the case. So what I do with that is I think about, well, what can I do today to advance my goals, right? And one of the things that I have found so rewarding from doing this work is my voice is valued by you guys. You guys feel like you're listening to a person who you find interesting to talk to or to listen to them speak, right? And that is not a feeling that I had for most of my life. So you can imagine how satisfying it is for me to realize that my voice now seems to have value to others and super motivating as well. Well, okay, this is a very powerful thing, right? I don't want to squander it. I don't want to underestimate it. So what do I do with it? What do I do with this power? How do I benefit myself, but also hopefully leave the world a little bit better than I found it? And that's very motivating, right? I have this ability now to add some value to your day. That means a lot to me. So it's not hard for me to feel motivated by that. Because you matter. You know, you're an important person in the world. The world needs you. And never forget that. And if I can, entertain you, teach you a little something about the game, just occupy your time perhaps in a moment where, things are going not the best, but just playing a game, helping you distract from that reality, that means something to me, right? So it's very motivating. And yeah, ultimately, like some of my big goals is just if I can leave this world on my last breath, leaving it better than I found it in some way for my existence, then that makes my existence mean something to me. So that's, what gets me going. There you go. What he's about to do with that power is smack Purple out of Oz. Hey man, Purple added 3 troops there? 4 troops there. How many troops do they have? They're gonna set here. Let's see what they do. Noob says, "Hey Pete, is it okay to still enjoy your content if nothing really bad has happened?" No, I mean, the value of entertainment is all of us content creators for Risk are some combination teacher, some combination entertainer, right? And the individual split is different for people. I think I lean somewhere in the middle. I'm probably more entertaining than I am educational, but you do learn a lot over the daily release. You learn how to. At least I do, right? I show my work. Okay, we got a 10 stack in there. Okay. I like drugs. 420, 410 says, all this world has shown me is that I'm replaceable and no one really see the skills you provide for a company. It sucks. It takes so much to start your own business. Depends on the business. I started my business with nothing and I just worked. So one of the things that might appeal to you if you are interested in working for yourself is what sort of thing can I start just by doing and meet success with it just on effort and no investment, no money, because maybe you don't have any money, right? I didn't have any money to put up when I started my businesses. I just worked. And I'll give you the YouTube thing as an example, right? Like first of all, I never started this as a business. It became successful. But also, I never put any money into this until it was successful. And then as soon as it was, I was like, okay, well, I might as well make the highest quality show I can make. Yes, also bearing in mind what Alador said, very important that we all need to bear in mind from time to time, especially when we feel down on ourselves. You are not replaceable to your family or your community, right? There are people out there who love you and need you. The world needs you. Never forget that. Especially in those moments where you don't feel it. Take Asia. Okay, Lumpo. Lumbo Packs. All right, Steve says, I find your streams videos inspirational. I was at a low point in my life with depression and anxiety due to some medical issues, and I've never had to deal with my life. Because of your YouTube videos, I found you here. Never really used Twitch that much, but you brought me a hobby, something to focus those negatives into a positive. I love playing the game and continue to learn, and if nothing else, thank you for that. Well, back at you, Steve. The thing about mental health, one of the things about mental health that I talk about when it comes up as a subject is like I had lifelong depression up until about 5 years ago, and I fixed it, and it was hard. It wasn't easy to just fix. It took that long. It took 35 years of my life of being miserable on an almost daily basis to get to the root of why and take the necessary steps to no longer hate myself, no longer, be miserable and like give myself the excuse to be miserable, no longer think about killing myself, right? It's not something that you deserve. You don't deserve to be miserable. It's just addictive. Once we get there, we think, okay, well, we're in this pattern now of behavior. How do we break out of that? And there's a way. There's always hope. You do have to want it, and you have to be willing to put the work in. But you can. And the methodology to doing that is through conversation. If you didn't have people like us here together, a community that we're building together, talking honestly about their story, trying honestly to solve the problems, you're never going to get there. That's why I talk about it. That's why it's important that I talk about it. Stacey says, I'll get on board with the church beat. Dang. I have no interest in worship. Like, if it's real, it's real, guys. The only thing I preach is the truth, reality. Let's figure out what the truth is. Treat yourself. Let's pretend that there's no magic. Maybe there's no magic. Maybe there is, but let's pretend that there isn't. And if there isn't, all there is this world, and we can solve problems together. Or tragically, we continue to fight each other. Which one is up to you? Eddie says, how did you go about fixing it, if you don't mind my asking? Was there anything in particular into getting a routine? Yeah, there's everything in particular. So one of the important things I like to think about is the individual human health the human person has about 6 factors that we need to keep in harmony. And those 6 factors are diet, sleep, endurance, which is your heart health, flexibility, strength, so strength training, and then meditation. You need to get your mind right. And I could talk about each of those subjects in greater detail, but I wasn't healthy. And I was allowing my depression to act as an excuse to be lazy. I'm so miserable today, so I don't have to work hard, right? And that is unacceptable because your future isn't going to magically occur. Well, your future will magically occur to you, but the future you want won't, right? Do you want to live your own life intentionally, or do you want your life to accidentally happen to you? I choose to be a man who chooses his destiny, who creates his future intentionally by a plan. So I spent the better part of a year asking myself the question, Pete, why do you hate yourself? Because a friend of mine just put it very clearly. It's like, why do you hate yourself? And you know how when you hear those questions, particularly from someone you love and trust, you're just like, oh God, why do I? He's right. So I asked myself that question. I meditated on that question. Why do you hate yourself? Pretty much on a daily basis for most of a year. And I finally got to the bottom of it. I hated myself because I knew what I needed to do and I didn't do it. And as soon as I had that realization, it was just about getting to work. So I got to work. And here we are. Doing solutions. Feel free to ask follow-up questions on this because I love talking about it. It means a lot to me. Right? If any part of my story can make your individual suffering somewhat less, then it seems like it's not a huge waste to me. I didn't suffer in vain. Of Choice says, It's all about perspective. When we are depressed, we keep falling in always into the same false logic thinking pattern, so we get more miserable. Maybe you need to change your context to see the big picture. Yeah, it's an addictive cycle. Depression, I view as addiction fundamentally, right? You get addicted to those thought patterns. They find themselves very compelling, but they're fundamentally illogical in the sense that it is a functional paradox to believe that you hate yourself and to act that out. Because if you actually hated yourself, you would do things that were actively harmful, but you don't, at least not most of the time. You get up, you go to work, you love your family, you eat, you try to entertain yourself. So you clearly don't hate yourself. It's a paradox, right? We got a question from Pooba the dog. Do you think you'll ever be able to create a large event where people are commentating over a Risk tournament? Yes, I fully believe this is coming. I'm working very hard to build it. So part of my mission here is to bring Risk into its destiny, and part of what I see that destiny being is, the esport that Risk will become. And there's no doubt in my mind that it's going to happen. You got a bot out? That's a bummer. Or we got a fancy card skip. Carpathia said, oh no, the game's glitching. Sorry, Carpathia. That sucks. GG. Couldn't place troops. Damn. Hate that. Sorry, dude. Well, so much for practice, I guess. Oh. Yes. Game is broken. I remember that. Not enough. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it as likely that you had a fourth position. Because I hit your 3 in the early game, right? And it wasn't very big, right? It was small. How big was it? Did I see or talk to anyone professional? I experienced psychedelics a number of times in a therapeutic context and a recreational context. The one time I spoke to a therapist, a professional therapist, the gentleman tried to make it couples therapy. which, you know, as fun as that was, wasn't what I sought. It had nothing to do with my partner. Yeah, I hit a 4 turn 1. I also should have hit your 3 in Australia. I almost hit it when it was a 7. I almost hit it when it was a 7. Yeah, keeping it small was dumb, right? Keeping it small made me think that that was all you had. So that triggered me to kill you. What's up, Johnny? You had a beauty of the game? Yeah, I think you guys... I see what you guys did. It makes... what you guys all did makes sense to me. It's too bad that Carpathia bought it. Or not bought it, but glitched out, right? I was terrified you were going to hit this 7, but I had to try and stop you from getting Oz. No, you should have left. You would still be alive right now if you left. Me having Oz doesn't matter at this point. And Johnny was back in Philippines. So I wouldn't have even had it. Would you say that your experience with mushrooms and etc. helped me find out why I hated it myself? Of course. Of course. Psychedelics are becoming more accepted in North America and globally, becoming more legal for therapeutic use. And this is something that I passionately stand for and back, and think that the perspective that they offer in terms of neuroplasticity, in terms of being able to step somewhat outside of yourself and see yourself more objectively, that perspective is possible without chemical intervention. It's possible through, years and years and years of meditation. But the shortcut provided by the substance, in our busy lives, can be a very practical solution. Johnny says, I sent you 2 pics on Discord for the insight. What's up? What are you trying to show me? With the thought process in the real game. Getting married in October. Anyone have any recommendations? Don't do it. There's nothing in it for you. Getting the government involved in your personal life is a bad decision. I agree with Pete. No, it has nothing to do with your partner. It has nothing to do with you not loving your partner. I'm sure they are a fantastic human being, right? This is strictly a criticism of the institution itself. The institution does not offer the historic advantages that it originally did. It is flawed, and you are involving lawyers into your life potentially. You do not need these parasites that are garbage people that offer you nothing. Often, not all, often. Some of them mean well and think they make the world a better place. I get that when God is involved, there's not really an option. Hey man, I respect your religion, right? If you believe what you believe, then good for you. God bless. Have a safe, happy life. Bountiful, right? Raise a beautiful family. God bless. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. That was a fun practice. I think I learned a little bit. I had a really good spawn for a bonus. I don't think that matters. I think you want to play multi-positional. Yes, I will. Weren't you married? Yes. Why do you think I can say this with such confidence? I made a terrible mistake getting married, and I would never do it again. No matter how much I might love someone, and even if I was going to have kids with them, right? You can be married culturally. You can be married religiously. You don't need to be married legally. What a silly way to end the show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. And until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.